with Jay Bell right now. Jay Bell, designer of Frogs in Rain.
Yeah.
Also, this little game we played before, Spotlight.
Yeah.
We actually played both of these on the stream before.
Yep.
Yeah, but only digitally. This is the first time he's sitting down with us to talk about these and other things. What you got going on?
So much, man. Mostly just enjoying the festival, but I'm going to be doing a playtest session from 2 to 5 with both of these games and 2 more, actually. One is a game called Beautiful Humans, which is a card-based game, set collection, hand management, where you're making friends and telling stories about how you met them. And that one's actually picked up by Weird Giraffe Games. It's going to come out next year.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then there's one more that I'm trying out. It's called Every Trick in the Book. It's a word game, but it's also trick-taking. So you're trying to spell out words
word games.
with the other players. Yeah.
Sweet. I like it. You're also doing some media stuff with BJ, right?
Yeah. Still doing my thing with Board Game Gumbo for a little bit. I'm going to take a hiatus because I'll be out of the country for a while, but he and I are having a lot of fun.
Speaking of taking a village, play testing on these games, how extensive does that go for you?
It's a long journey. I remember when I first play tested Frogs in Rain with BJ and a couple other people online, Evan Halbert actually being one of them. It like quickly kind of fell apart, and I saw where all the problems were. The game was solid, but there was like not enough luck mitigation, so we introduced like some tokens that help with that. And it's been really nice to have like a core group of people who will play test often with you.
Yeah. When were you doing play testing? Around what time?
So for this one, playtesting is still going on, but the initial was probably beginning of 2020. Yeah, beginning of 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess being on, I guess it was Tabletopia or
Yeah.
So that's been probably essential with everyone shutting down around that time.
Oh yeah. Digital playtest has been invaluable, honestly.
Right.
That's how Adam and I actually got together for Spotlight. He and I haven't met in person.
Okay.
But he brought me on this project that he was like, look, I love what you're doing already. And this game could use some graphic design upgrades. I want you to make the solo mode and the rule book. And so we were able to do it all online.
So how was it whenever you first approached that project?
So initially he was just like, hey, do you want to play test this? I was like, yeah. And I quickly saw that Adam had a knack for creating completely just card games, but they're so intricate, so detailed. And when I saw Spotlight, I was like, I really want to work on that. And it was just kind of like this mutual happiness and benefit.
So since y'all haven't met before, how did he approach you?
It was on Twitter. Yeah.
Just Twitter?
I built a strong community on Twitter. I don't know how I did it, but I can go on Twitter pretty much any day of the week and ask, hey, Board Game Twitter, and then ask a question, get all these replies and retweets. And it's really nice, to have that community where people are willing to engage and just build this camaraderie and talk about stuff.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, because I feel like the old man on Twitter because I'm like, what do these hashtags mean? I don't understand this. Do I just put a bunch behind every post I do?
I got you, Jesse. I'll help you out. Yeah.
Instagram, I can post a picture. But when it comes to...
Well, I'm older than that. I still just Facebook.
Facebook, yeah. That's definitely the old person.
Old and
Social media these days.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all about your preference. I don't use Instagram much.
Yeah.
Mostly on Twitter, a little bit Facebook. So you balance it out where you like it.
Then I can find you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook. So Melissa, I know you haven't played any of these games. Are you curious about?
No, but I did. I think I saw y'all play because it was like a Saturday morning.
Uh-huh.
Time. I watched. I
It was
was
for a
kind of watching him.
Sobo promotion thing. I think both of those were for Sobo.
Now I see a
related
racing
stuff.
flag on the top, so I'm taking it as a racing game.
Yeah, so Frogs in Rain is a family-friendly dice rolling decision-making race. 2 to 6 players, ages 8 and up, and they spend about 15 to 30 minutes, and you're moving your frogs from the center of the board to the outer edge. So the first person to do that with all 3 of their frogs wins the race. You're going to be rolling dice and moving on to lily pads that match those spaces. You can add them together. You can hop over other frogs. You can use special powers with these lily pads. So
Yeah, it definitely seems like something that's in my genre of like, because I like the racing style. I like the kind of luck aspect of dice.
Yeah.
And especially the time management too. You know, sometimes you just want like something more simple, like, you know, few 30 minutes or so to, especially if it's family friendly, play with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very colorful. I remember it being very difficult to get to that last spot.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
last
Yeah.
frog on the last lily pad.
And Jesse, actually, since you've played, we've introduced these player cards. So with your Star Lily Pad, I wanted to make sure that every player always had a move that was impactful. So even if you roll dice that you can't use, you get a Star Lily Pad. You can place it on the board to manipulate the board and change the space into like a wild, so you can use any number on that space. Or you can place it on these cards here, and once you collect a certain amount, you can use special powers like setting a die face instead of rolling one, or using them as doubles. So you have a little more access to control over your race.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to take that one out and play it later on in the, in the con.
Yeah, you said there was a demo here, right?
Yep. 2 to 5, I'll be playing all my games, and they all run really quickly, so I'll be able to get through a lot of them.
You got anything going on tomorrow as well?
Yeah, I'll be doing a playthrough of Isle of Cats.
Okay.
I'm a-
So you're my person. I was supposed to be doing, but then we got to doing the stream, and I wasn't sure what time, so I said, well, I'll bring the game if you give me a person. So
Yeah.
person.
Yep, I'll be teaching Isle of Cats. Apparently, I'm a guru,
Okay.
cat guru. So,
Well, I brought my Kickstarter for you to use. So
all right, yeah,
So-
Yeah.
super excited.
Just base game, right?
Yeah, just the base one. But I did get all my expansions in. I didn't want to bring in the kind of roll and write just yet. You know, I wasn't
Roll
sure.
and right. I prefer that. We just played that
It
on our
was
stream.
fun. Yeah, we play on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So, Melissa, are you a cat owner?
Yes.
Me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
We got 3 cats running around,
Yeah.
all locked in the house at the moment.
Not that. But,
They like to go outside.
and they have sat in the Isle of Cats box. So we have, I think we
It's a
did take the
must.
picture,
Yeah.
put the cat in the Isle of Cats box.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Now this one here for the spotlight. So that's something y'all played on stream too?
We did play that on
Yeah,
stream.
so Spotlight is a hidden information area control game for 1 to 2 players. The gist of the game is that over 3 rounds, you and your opponent are gonna pick one of the 4 suit colors. So there's 4 colors, and over those rounds, you're going to try and make
Almost got
your
it.
suit colors
There it is.
win as many areas as possible. So there's 4 areas in each round, and let's say, Melissa, you chose the black suit to be your color for that round, or the gray suit. You're gonna have to play every card in your hand, but you're gonna have some black cards, you're gonna have some orange, some blue, and you have to figure out when to play the cards that you think Jesse is gonna try to use to win the areas. So it's kind of like you wanna balance out winning for your area, locking some areas up so no one wins them, and making sure you don't help out Jesse too much.
Yes. Yes, he doesn't need any more extra help. we
yeah.
we pick.
Yeah.
And this one's actually already available on Drive-Thru Cards, the Game Crafter. It's for sale here today as well.
Oh,
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
to go get ourselves a copy.
Yeah. Any other questions for him?
Oh gosh, it's Color Pop the card.
Is it?
They know how much I love Color Pop. It's
Well,
my,
there you go.
my
Yeah.
VGA thing. So Color Pop the card game, I'm in.
I would say it's a little different than that. But yeah. I remember getting destroyed in it, though.
He played Sagan, right?
Yeah, and he
Sagan.
demolished me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, now
That
it's time
guy.
for rematch.
No, not with Sagan anyway. No, that was bad. I could tell he was picking me apart.
But it
like,
was
no,
early
it's
morning. You said you were tired.
fine. I was.
You hadn't had your coffee yet.
Yeah. It's at 10 a.m. I mean, even now it's early, so it's fine.
Yeah, definitely some that I definitely want to take some time to try to play in the con this weekend.
Sure, I'd love
Yeah.
that.
Is there any more you could tell us about the Weird Giraffe game?
Yeah, so Beautiful Humans, that game actually started as an entry in the 18 card contest for not Cardboard Edison, for Button Shot. And I couldn't make it work for just 18 cards.
All right.
So I just shelved it, decided to revisit the game in about March of 2020. And that was around the time where there was just a lot of tension in the board game industry and in the world in general. I was like, we need a game that just shows people you can be different from someone and still have the same interests, like cats or board games or like wilderness. And so I decided to just try to make a game where you're literally making friends and trying to balance having interests that complement each other versus diversifying your friend group. And that's what became of it. Yeah. And
Does
so
it
when
use
Carla,
actual? Does it use actual like your own interests, or is it like the cards telling you?
so
what
the
you-
cards have interests.
Okay.
Each card, there's 48 cards in the games. They're called humans with HUE as the pun because they all have a color
Oh, right.
of the rainbow hues. And so each card has a person's name, a little bit about them, and 3 interests of theirs. So Jesse, your card might have animals, games, and cooking. And then Melissa, your card might have animals, wilderness, and technology. So a person might want to keep both of your cards in their hand because you share that similar interest, and the more you compound them, you get more points. Kind of just cascades that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. He's got more of the cooking.
Oh yeah?
She doesn't cook. Well, she cooks lasagna, and that's about it.
Lasagna's pretty good though. It's a tough one.
Yeah, a little hard in the wilderness, though. Might be a little tough out in the woods.
Yeah.
Now, when's that one supposed to be?
So we'll speculate it
Still in the
sometime next year is what we're thinking. There's still much development to be done. I'm going to be playtesting it to tweak some of the scoring,
Is that
but yeah.
today or this weekend?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess it's a very much a prototype copy with you
Yeah, but it's pretty.
because
Yeah, so I'm a graphic designer, so
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to be able to do all the art for my
whenever you
games.
introduce a game, it
Yeah.
looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, the graphic design's there. The illustration might be a little, low level, but the graphic design, the iconography, all that's going to be high level.
We'll
Okay.
have to look out for that play test later this weekend.
Yep.
We'll actually be talking to Carla very shortly.
Nice.
She'll be joining up. Is there any questions that we should be asking her?
Well, Carla, as you know, is a cat owner as well.
Yeah.
She just finished a Kickstarter for Way Too Many Cats.
She back that?
Oh, I backed that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great one. I actually did some of the graphic design for that one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Questions for Carla. I don't know what Carla is able to talk about, but ask her about some of the games that we're working on or some of the games that she's working on. We're doing a couple different projects together, so that might be something fun that she could share a little bit about.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to take a break here to get Carla queued up, but then we'll be back here with that. So,
Yeah, definitely be on the lookout for some of these
Yeah.
Frogs and Rain and Spotlight.
and you can order these on, or you can order Spotlight right now.
Yep. Spotlight's available for Frogs and Rain. If you're a publisher, maybe this is the game for you.
Yeah. All right, and we'll be back. That's J Bell, Melissa, and Jesse. We'll see you in a bit.